to keep things really simple here, again, we're not going to make rocket science of this, okay? But the mirror does a bunch of things. The mirror, 1, keeps the putter working on a good path. 2, it keeps the putter square. And 3, it allows you to set up good. So if your eyes weren't in a good spot, when I videotaped you from over here in front, you know, your eyes are just about, you know, level with the ball or directly behind it. So you would never want your eyes out here in front of the ball, because that's also going to anticipate pulls. Because when you turn your head, you're going to actually be looking left of where you're aimed. So I would never want your eyes on the outside of the ball. I would want your eyes more behind it, or in some cases, a lot of the tour pros will get their eyes just directly on the inside behind the ball, but they'll never get out in front of the ball. If your eyes were out in front of the ball, you might pull it too. So to me, that's not necessarily really the case. It's more just the path that you're taking the putter head back. That's it. Good. Yep. Boing. Right in the middle, right? Yep. So to me, it's mostly just, that it seems like you're aiming it pretty straight, but the putter's not going back on a direct path, which is causing you to hit pulls. See, that's pretty good too. So aim is good. It's pretty much going to go where you aim it if you swing the putter on that mirror. See? You almost can't pull it. I mean, you might. Now, if you did get quick or a little jerky with it, that's when you might pull it. But see, I don't think that your pulls are going to be as dramatized. They might only move a little bit. But even if you pulled it and the putt was breaking a little bit, I think you give yourself a better chance to make it. You see that one, the grass kind of took it, but look at where the balls are. They're all right there. So quick story, in 2001 I got one of those mirrors for the first time.
Did you get those at like Golf Galaxy?
Yeah, you can even order them just online through ilinegolf.com. But when I got that thing and I was first introduced to it, and I shaved 4 strokes from my game right away just by practicing with that thing. I was always a good ball striker, but the putting would always let me down. Right. And once the putting got better, when I practiced with that thing like every day for like a month straight, and I was playing these little matches with my buddies, and I could go out there and just almost play by myself because my putting was so darn confident. See, look at that, boing. I just felt like I couldn't miss because I was never missing my line. I was given the club the ability of swinging back and through on the same path all the time. So again, visually it just does a bunch. Bunch of good stuff. Yep. You haven't missed it yet, see? That was a really, really good putt. So the USG rules of golf say that the putter has to have a minimum of 10 degrees of angle, right? Now, those guys that are using belly putters, or let's say full-length putters where they anchor them to their chest, right. There's less angle, so that means there's less arc. So that the less angle that you have, the more straighter back and straighter through it has to swing. As you start to get your eyes more on the inside and the putter further away from you, then the putter has to do what? It's going to have to arc more. Which, see, to me, the more it arcs, the more air that there is. So you want it to arc, but you don't want it to arc too much one way or the other. Now look, in a little bit of a way, you might have pushed that one ever so slightly. So if the putter came too much on the inside of the mirror, and then too much back across it, then you're going to push it. If the putter goes too much on the outside and then back across this way, you're going to pull it.
And that was my, for all my life, was missing putts left.
Very similar to a full golf swing. It's the same thing with a golf swing. So if you aim, if you want to hit that flag and you aim your feet over here to the right and your body's aimed over that way, then you come over the top to pull it back to the left. Some of the same things, right? If you get one of those and you put it in your bag, I like the small one. They come in bigger sizes too. The bigger ones are more expensive, but the smaller ones fit in your bag better. Is you can also read, so if you have a breaking putt, so let's just say that you change direction and you thought in the back of your mind that the putt broke, let's say 1.5 feet from left to right. if you aim the mirror there to start and then you hit the putt, well, you need two things to make it, speed and aim. So if you hit a putt a foot and a half out and it breaks a foot and a half to the right and you miss the speed, you're going to miss the putt. So the mirror also really trains your eyes to look at the right spot, so you can set the mirror down, hit the putt, and then say, oh, well, that foot and a half was actually too much. So I only needed to aim at a foot, or vice versa. Oh, foot and a half wasn't enough, so I needed to aim the mirror more out. So it's going to help you visually start to read your putts more. Actually better. But in the case of saying, when I saw it for the first time, I'm like, okay, well, you're actually aimed straight, but the ball's not starting straight. Well, then I would want to pick a straight putt and make sure that the putter's swinging on a better path so that the ball just goes straight where you aim it.